Considering talking about the wide spectrum of human gene editing, it is morally and naturally wrong. In human gene editing, we find it will create a social and economic divide. Can you imagine a world that's just perfection, or even any perfection in it? I can't either. It totally defeats the purpose of practice makes perfect. Imperfection creates a sense of compassion throughout society. Our differences make America, you're known as the melting pot for a reason. Amongst our communities, we need this to be a strong, diverse, and knowledgeable. Looking further into the moral standings of genome editing, we find society has acknowledged its unethical practice. This isn't only wrong, but it creates a social divide. Gene editing allows people to pick and choose their attributes. Allowing this, we wouldn't have blue eyes and green eyes. We would just have specifics on what you want. Having a child, I think one of the sentimental things in that is not the unknowing of it. Thinking that your child could either come out the mother, the father, or any gene that's in that. The child's attributes as a lack of compassion grows due to the new developing technologies. Genome editing and new upcoming technologies creates a divide and is pulling us further and further away. In the Democratic parties, gene editing would push natural traditions and sentimental beliefs further. The unethical viewpoint is always on topic when talking about human gene editing. Now moving forward to the discussion of the public's well-being as well as the FDA's moves. The FDA stated it can create mass hysteria if human gene editing were out to the public. Human gene editing, like I said, would create a lack of compassion for one another, which we already lack. The well-being of the public would completely be demolished due to other people's intellectual ability of the subject. Half our society wouldn't even want to educate themselves on the matter, and the other half, well, we would be jobless because people with specific attributes for specific jobs would be developed, and creating the economic divide even further. The FDA has also stated it is really unknowing. Human gene editing is made of different bacterias, other cells, and even animals. So we don't really know what the effects are and the defects are, creating cancers and other types of illnesses. I say that we should steer clear of human gene editing due to these. Time after time and again, we have seen that our government just wants to make money rather than helping us lead fulfilling lives. So we should educate ourselves on the matter and on why human gene editing is realistically not good. Since 2021, it's been a really huge topic of discussion. The FDA is something that covers from our medicines to our foods to our public safety. They've made it a thing so it can be researchable. However, being researchable, this allows us to find loopholes and other ways into this. And we already have seen what a mass pandemic could do, so we wouldn't want mass hysteria over human gene editing. Public safety and concerns, like I said, it does cause certain types of cancers as well as illnesses. You've all probably heard of the butterfly effect before. Once one thing happens, it can just keep repeating itself. So if a cell were to be created, it can then just keep regenerating, and no one really knows, because cells can do that off of just reacting off of one another. It doesn't have to be contact or anything. Looking into the religious thoughts and beliefs on society's outlook on human gene editing, I have found that it's a sin and it's not abiding by God's words on either the Christianity or any religion. It's unnatural and it should just not be practiced. A quote that I took in heavily in from this is, "The heavens are yours, the earth is also yours, and the world and all that it contains, you have founded them." Meaning, we are the world, we are each other, we are the grass. We just need to take better care of all of it and each other. And human gene editing is not doing that. In conclusion, I hope you have found that human gene editing isn't good for our communities as well as us as individuals. We should follow God's wishes as well as humanity's best interests.